Hello everyone. It's James again. And in today's video we are going to talk about personal boundaries and how to make them work for you. Now, as stated before, though this channel is titled Men Who Are Abused, there are many instances that a good portion of my videos can be helpful to both men and women for self-betterment. The simple truth is, I don't want to see either men or women be abused. It's my hope that men and women can shed these codependent toxic behaviors, stop the abuse cycle in its tracks, and hopefully start rebuilding the family unit into something strong again. That being said, please don't get upset when some of my videos just target helping men and building them up. Because for one, there are often videos I make for women that show where women have been manipulated by the system to pit them against the males in their lives and how they can break free of this and live a happy, healthy life and find happiness. But all that being said, men have little to no voice regarding the topic of abuse. And those that speak out and defend and help men are doing so to provide this voice. Because there are millions of voices for abused women. And any abused woman out there seeing someone speak out against abuse against men, this will also benefit you because it might help improve the quality of life for your young boys. And they will realize that it's just not their job to sit and take it. And that it's okay to leave and set a boundary. And it's okay to walk away and say no to a woman that is trying to manipulate and abuse them. And the sad part is I have to repeat this, but I do so because I do get new viewers every day and want to make it clear to them. Though this is a channel for abused men, I don't condone and I never will condone abuse to women. And don't want to see anyone be abused. So with that being said, let's get on to the topic of setting boundaries and how you can make them work for you. The reason why we talk about setting boundaries a lot is this will be what will allow you to sidestep a toxic person or someone that will slow down you in your life's progress way before they can even get their hooks into your life. First off, it's important to note, there are differences between someone with a toxic trait or two, and someone that is a full-blown narcissist, borderline, or even psychopath. And a person that is toxic in nature but isn't a narcissist. They may still possess a conscience, but they have very negative behavior or something about them that is like a dead weight on your shoulders when dealing with them. And though this person quite possibly has a good heart but is toxic in nature, it's not your job to try to force this person to change and in the process let this person's toxic nature pull you and your life down and apart. With that being said, I have from time to time received a message or two from some viewers that state they sadly realized they behave in a toxic manner like some of the toxic people depicted in the videos on this channel or on some of the videos where I explain the behavior of these people. And it greatly hurts them they act this way and now are trying to change. This is a great example of a person that is toxic but has a conscience, but might not know they are toxic until they hit an important life moment where either they are presented with this information by accident, they lose friends or life partners, and or jobs. And this list goes on and on. This person might not have known they were toxic unless they hit this life rock bottom. But you have to remember it's not the noble thing to do to let your life hit rock bottom as well just because they are a toxic person that might have a good heart. And again, someone like this would not be considered a narcissist, as a narcissist has no conscience whatsoever. This would be a person that has a toxic trait about them but they still possess a conscience. However, it's very hard for them to see this trait about themselves until they hit rock bottom. Sometimes the best thing you can do is to let someone sink or swim and trust and know there is information out there for them if they really want it. And when they are ready they will find it. So the first boundary is knowing the difference between being helpful and being captain. I have to save this person at every turn and corner. Now true, there are situations in a person's life where they just might have a difficult season, and you as a friend might pitch in and try to be nice and help. But when doing so, see how they react. And see if they act like the cat or dog that's always scratching at your door expecting your help. You see, people that are toxic in this way may act like they are entitled to this help and goodness that is given to them. Not humble, thankful, and wanting to do more for themselves without your help. However, just like any toxic person, they might hook you in by being or acting thankful and humble in the beginning. Heck, they might even bake you a pie for your help. But watch and see how this may change over time. And you will be able to see a pattern of this person now expecting your help, counting on it, and appearing to feel entitled to it. This is when you may want to stop taking this person's calls. Stop being unavailable to them, and let them figure out their own life problems for themselves. You see, having this boundary in life can be hard for some because they feel they are being mean by doing so. However, they are doing the exact opposite. They are helping this person because they might one day see that they can't act this way with the next set of friends they meet. And those that have toxic behaviors but possess a conscience after losing a few friends in this manner may one day realize this and take the needed steps in changing their lives and behaviors. Also too, you will be able to prevent the toxic nature of another person from taking you off course from producing great results for yourself and the life path you are on, and all of the great things you wish to achieve. You see, oftentimes people miss the boat of life entirely, because they themselves are codependent to others' needs and toxicities. They don't fulfill their true life potential because they don't know how to say no, and don't know how to have a healthy balance of being a nice, helpful person with being able to stand one's ground and walk away when a negative pattern starts to develop. The next boundary one should have is to not allow oneself to be toxically tested. What I mean by this is oftentimes sadistic abusers will do what we call the sweet mean cycle with them for a time, being nice and like they are your best friend. I mean, this person will be the best friend you ever had, or the best dating partner you have ever had. Then a few months later, they will start a fight with you for no reason at all, call you all kinds of names, or they might try to embarrass you somehow in public. Then soon after they come right back into your life as if nothing ever happened. Some may give a fake apology, and if so, the apologies on this repeated cycle are short-lived, because eventually the apologies will stop altogether. However, some never apologize at all. They will just call you up and say, "Hey, you wanna hang out?" And they will present a fun activity for you to go and do, and you, being a forgiving nice person, you go and do this activity, and you amazingly have fun, and things seem as they once were, delightful and enjoyable. Then out of nowhere the toxic treatment happens again, and your life energy just feels drained right out of you. And you start to realize that as time goes on you are feeling more and more drained spending time with this person than not. Yet because you have no boundaries in place, you keep on hanging out with them, letting your own life to be ruined in the process. Here's what a lot of people don't realize. You aren't a bad person or less of a forgiving person by realizing in the beginning what is happening and moving on in life. Getting away from this person and stop taking their calls. You must know you can forgive someone and move on at the same time. And moving on to fulfill our life goals and dreams. And by doing so we might find ourselves around people that have healthy boundaries as well and that aren't toxic in nature. And in addition, if this previous friend that was treating you in a toxic way has this happen to them over and over again, if they have a conscience, they stand a possible chance at hitting life's bottom and fixing their behaviors so they are no longer losing friends and those around them. It's not your life's duty to take an emotional beating at the hands of others. It's your life's duty to live, grow, and be the best person you can be. And yes, help others along the way. Heck, that's why I have this channel, to help others. But make sure you take care of yourself along the way first, and you can see clearly the toxic from the non-toxic. Be able to at a moment's notice make positive life choices based on this information. The next boundary to take a look at is you don't owe people your life story or every single detail about your life and the things you do every day. Learn how to keep some things private and on a need-to-know basis. Also, let people earn your trust little by little over time. Because a toxic person might not show themselves to be toxic right away. And toxic people love people that spill their guts because they can then take this information and tailor whatever negative thing they have in store for you based on this information you just provided to them. Well, hey, I'm almost out of time in this video here. I will have a part 2. So click on the link and join me there for more of our discussion on boundaries and how they can work for you. See you there. And thank you.